There's a moment before dawn when the world is still asleep. The air is quiet, and the day has not yet demanded your attention. No messages, no noise, no one asking anything from you. In that fragile stillness, everything feels possible, like a blank canvas waiting for the first deliberate brush stroke. Most people rush through life without ever noticing these moments. They wake, scroll, react, and surrender themselves to the world before they have even met themselves. They forget that each sunrise offers something rare. A chance to begin again, a chance to return to what matters, a chance to live with more intention than yesterday. But you perhaps feel something stirring. Something in you is tired of drifting, tired of distraction, tired of giving your focus, your energy, and your peace to things that do not deserve them. You want to change, not in some dramatic, distant way, but here, in the structure of your days, in the quality of your mind, in the habits that quietly become your life. And that is where transformation begins, not with monumental change, but with small, deliberate actions, ordinary steps taken with extraordinary intention. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is your power. The way you start your day, the choices you make, the habits you repeat, the standards you keep, they all shape your life. Over the next 7 days, we'll explore 5 simple habits that can change your energy, your clarity, and your focus. Habits that help you stand firm when life shakes. Calm your mind when emotions rise, and awaken a quiet strength you may have forgotten. Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. Freedom begins within, with discipline, with awareness, with intention. These habits are your first steps toward mastery. So give this video your full attention. Don't scroll, don't multitask. Stay here. Absorb each idea, each habit, and let it guide you toward transformation. If you're ready, take a deep breath and let's begin. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you felt overwhelmed by life's demands? How often have you wished you could respond better to challenges, to frustration, to disappointment, to pressure? The ancient Stoics understood these struggles. They faced wars, plague, personal loss, uncertainty, and political turmoil. Yet they still found a way to remain calm, focused, and resilient. They discovered that true power does not lie in controlling external events, but in mastering your internal response. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, faced countless challenges during his reign, and yet he found peace through philosophy, through daily practice, through small, deliberate actions. He wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That wisdom is just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. The way you start your day matters. The choices you make matter. The habits you form matter. They quietly become the structure of your life. And the habits we're about to explore are not complicated. They don't require special equipment. They don't demand perfect conditions. They don't ask for hours you do not have. But they do require something more valuable. Your commitment, your attention, your daily practice. They will help you stand firmer when life shakes. Think more clearly when emotions rise, and return to yourself when the world tries to scatter you. So if you're serious about transformation, stay until the end. And let this be the beginning of a different way of living. Because these habits are not magic. They won't work if you don't work them. They won't change you if you refuse to change yourself. That is the truth. That is the challenge. And that is also the opportunity. The path starts here. The journey begins now, not next week, not when life finally gets easier. Now, in this moment, in this choice. Think about what you want from life. What do you want to become? What kind of mind do you want to live with? What kind of person do you want to be when life is hard, when no one is watching, when comfort calls, when difficulty comes? These questions matter. They shape your decisions. They guide your actions. They determine your path. The Stoic philosophers understood this deeply. They knew that a life without purpose is easily wasted. A life without intention is easily lost. A life without discipline is easily ruled by impulse, fear, and distraction. That is why they practiced these habits daily, not because they were easy, but because they were necessary. Not because they were convenient, but because they were transformative. These habits are your path to mastery, your bridge to freedom, your first steps toward a life lived on purpose. So let's begin with the habit that shapes the tone of everything that follows. Habit 1. Wake up at dawn and own the morning. The sun doesn't negotiate with the horizon. It rises every single day without excuse, without hesitation. In that simple, consistent act lies a profound lesson about discipline and commitment. Waking up at dawn is not about depriving yourself of sleep. It is about reclaiming the first hour of your day, because the first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you begin in chaos, you usually remain in chaos. If you begin in clarity, you carry that clarity forward. Think about what happens when you wake up late. You're already behind. You're rushing. You're stressed. You're reacting to the day instead of creating it. Your mind is immediately captured by urgency, by notifications, by other people's demands, by whatever is loudest in that moment. But when you wake at dawn, before the world fully reaches you, something changes. You're ahead. You're calmer. You're more present. You're creating your day before it creates you, and your power often appears in a moment so small, most people ignore it. The 5-second window between the alarm and your action. In that brief space, you have a choice. Hit snooze and surrender to comfort, or rise and claim your power. That moment matters because it is more than a moment. It is a vote for the person you are becoming. One choice will not transform your entire life, but repeated choices will. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of beginning each day with purpose and intention. He understood that how you begin often determines how you continue. When you wake at dawn, you're not just getting up early. You're making a statement that your life matters, that your time is valuable, that you refuse to sleepwalk through existence. The first hour belongs to you, not to emails, not to social media, not to the demands of others. This is your time. And it does not need to be filled with something grand. It only needs to be used with intention. Use this time for reflection. Sit quietly. Think about your day. What matters most? What kind of person do you want to be before night returns? Use this time for movement. Stretch your body. Go for a walk. Feel the morning air. Wake the body, and the mind often follows. Use this time for reading. Feed your mind with wisdom before the world fills it with noise. Read something that strengthens you, something that challenges you, something that reminds you who you are trying to become. Use this time for planning. Set your intentions, prioritize your tasks, create clarity for the day ahead. Know what matters, know what can wait. Know where your energy belongs. This habit rewires your mornings. It changes your mindset. It builds momentum for the entire day. When you own the morning, you are less likely to be owned by the day. That is the deeper lesson. The morning is not just about time. It is about sovereignty. It is about refusing to let the first moments of your life belong to distraction, impulse, or outside noise. The sun doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It simply rises every single day, without fail, without excuse. Can you do the same? Can you rise with purpose? Can you claim that first hour as your own? Can you meet your own mind before the world begins pulling at you? Because if you don't claim the morning, something else will. And once your attention has been captured, your peace is harder to recover. That is why this habit matters. Not because dawn is magical, but because discipline practiced early changes the shape of the day. When you wake with intention, you begin to live with intention. When you protect the first hour, you strengthen your relationship with attention, time, and self-respect. Remember, Every morning is a new beginning. Every sunrise is a chance to reset, to reclaim your power, to stop repeating the same unconscious patterns, to begin again with more clarity than yesterday. Think about the person you want to become, the life you want to live, the impact you want to make. Now imagine starting every day with intention, with purpose, with clarity. That is what waking at dawn can give you. It is not just about the hour, it is about the mindset, the momentum, the mastery. When you wake at dawn, you are telling yourself that you matter, that your goals matter, that your life matters. You are making a commitment to yourself, to your growth, to your transformation. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The morning is yours. Take it. Habit 2. Practice daily reflection and self-examination. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of daily reflection and self-examination. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about understanding yourself. Most people can describe their problems more clearly than they can describe their own mind. They know what frustrated them. They know what went wrong. They know who disappointed them, but they rarely stop long enough to ask a deeper question: what is happening inside me? Marcus Aurelius kept a journal. He wrote to himself each day, examining his thoughts, his actions, his reactions. He didn't write for anyone else. He wrote for himself, to understand, to improve, to grow. Daily reflection is not about self-criticism. It's about self-awareness and continuous improvement. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? What bad habit did I weaken today? These questions aren't meant to make you feel bad. They're meant to make you aware. Aware of your patterns, aware of your triggers, aware of your mind. This practice of self-examination helps you identify what keeps repeating. You start to see what triggers you, what weakens you, what makes you react, what helps you respond with more wisdom. And slowly, you begin to understand your own mind better. Seneca wrote in his letters about the importance of reviewing each day before sleep. He said that we should examine our day like a judge examining a case. What went well? What went wrong? What can we learn? That is the spirit of reflection. Not shame, not drama, not self-punishment, clarity, correction, growth. Reflection creates space between stimulus and response. When something happens, you don't have to react immediately. You can pause, you can reflect, you can choose your response, and that space changes everything. Because once you can see yourself clearly, you no longer have to serve every impulse blindly. This habit builds emotional intelligence. It develops self-control. It cultivates wisdom over time. Find your time for reflection. Maybe it's the first quiet hour after you wake up. Maybe it's the final minutes before sleep. Find what works for you. The first day may feel strange. You might not know what to write. You might feel uncomfortable. Good. That discomfort usually means you are finally being honest. Keep going. Keep reflecting. Keep examining. Each day you'll understand yourself a little more. Each day you'll grow a little stronger. Each day you'll become a little wiser. Because what you do not examine will quietly rule you. And what you observe honestly, you can begin to change. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well today? Not to flatter yourself, not to pretend you were perfect, but to notice where you acted with clarity, restraint, or courage. Small victories matter. They teach you what to repeat. Then ask, what could I have done better today? Be honest, not cruel, not dramatic, just honest. Look carefully at the moments where you were impatient, where you were distracted, where you spoke too quickly or acted beneath your own values. Not to punish yourself, but to correct yourself. And then ask one more question. What habit weakened today, and which one grew stronger? That is how you begin to see your real life clearly. Not as a story you tell yourself, but as a pattern you are living. These questions are not meant to make you feel ashamed. They are meant to make you aware. Aware of what keeps repeating, aware of what keeps pulling you, aware of the quiet forces inside your own mind. And that awareness changes everything. Because once you can see a pattern clearly, you no longer have to keep serving it blindly. You begin to notice what triggers your anger, what feeds your anxiety, what weakens your discipline, what steals your peace, and slowly, you begin to understand yourself with more precision. Seneca wrote about reviewing the day before sleep. He approached it like a judge examining a case. What was done well? What was done poorly? What deserves correction? This is not an exercise in regret. It is an exercise in refinement. You're not trying to relive the day. You're trying to learn from it. Because reflection creates something priceless. Space. Space between what happens and how you respond. Without reflection, life feels immediate, automatic, compulsive. You get provoked and you react. You feel discomfort and you escape. You feel pressure and you obey it. But reflection interrupts that cycle. It teaches you to pause, to observe, to choose, and that choice is where freedom begins. This is why daily reflection matters. It builds emotional intelligence. It strengthens self-command. It turns experience into wisdom, not overnight, but gradually, quietly, reliably. Find a time that belongs to you. For some, it will be the final minutes before sleep. For others, it may be the first quiet moment of the morning. The exact hour matters less than the honesty you bring to it. At first, it may feel unfamiliar. You may not know what to write. You may feel resistance. You may discover things about yourself you would rather avoid. Good. That discomfort is not failure. It is contact with truth. Stay with it. Write anyway. Reflect anyway. Because every day you examine yourself, you become less ruled by impulse and more guided by intention. Without reflection, you drift. You repeat yourself. You keep making the same mistake with slightly different faces. But with reflection, you begin to wake up. You see what drives you. You see what weakens you. You see what strengthens you. And once you see clearly, you can finally change clearly. So start simply. Take 5 minutes. Review the day without excuses. Ask the questions. Write the answers. Not beautifully, not perfectly, just truthfully. Because what you do not examine will quietly rule you, and what you observe honestly, you can begin to master. Habit 3. Control your inputs and protect your mind. In the modern world, attention is under siege. Every hour, something is asking to enter your mind. Notifications, headlines, messages, endless opinions, endless noise. The world has become very skilled at capturing attention and very careless with what that attention becomes. If you are not careful, your mind will be filled all day long with things you never consciously chose. And then you will wonder why you feel restless, why you feel scattered, why your thoughts do not feel entirely your own. One of the easiest ways to lose yourself is to begin the day by surrendering your attention. You open your eyes, reach for your phone, and within seconds your mind belongs to the world. You are no longer present. You are reacting to messages, to updates, to other people's urgency, to other people's fear, to other people's performance. Before you have even set your own intention, you are already living inside someone else's. This is why the Stoics taught the importance of guarding the mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." That is not a decorative idea. It is a warning. If the quality of your thoughts shapes the quality of your life, then what you allow into your mind matters deeply. To control your inputs means to become deliberate about what you consume. What you read, what you watch, who you spend time with, what voices you keep allowing to speak inside you. Because every input leaves a trace. Some things clarify you, some things weaken you, some things enlarge your mind, some things pollute it. And most people rarely stop long enough to ask the question that matters. Is this helping me become better? Or is it simply occupying me? Your mind is not a public hallway. It is not a dumping ground for whatever appears on a screen. It is a gate. And what passes through that gate will eventually shape your mood, your focus, your desires, and your decisions. So pause. Before you open the app, pause. Before you click the link, pause. Before you keep scrolling, pause. And ask, does this strengthen me? Does this deserve my attention, or is this just more noise disguised as importance? That small pause is powerful, because it returns choice to you. Most modern consumption is not nourishment. It is stimulation. Quick, fragmented, addictive. It gives you the feeling of engagement without the substance of growth. It keeps the mind busy, but rarely leaves it clearer. And a busy mind is not the same as a strong mind. At first, this habit will feel difficult. You are not only breaking convenience, you are breaking dependency. Your mind has become used to constant input, constant novelty, constant interruption, but what feels normal is not always what is healthy. So begin simply. Do not reach for your phone in the first hour of the day. Unfollow what keeps agitating your mind. Reduce the voices that leave you more anxious, more envious, more fragmented. Create a boundary around your attention the way you would protect anything valuable. Because attention is valuable. It is the beginning of everything. What you attend to becomes what you think about. What you think about shapes what you do. What you do repeatedly becomes your life. So yes, control your inputs, and you will begin to change your outputs. Protect your mind, and you protect far more than mood. You protect judgment. You protect direction. You protect the quality of the person you are becoming. Think honestly about what you consume each day. How much of it actually serves you? How much of it makes you more disciplined, more peaceful, more capable? And how much of it simply scatters you and leaves nothing of value behind? The modern world profits from distraction, but your life is damaged by it. That is why this habit matters. Not because information is evil, but because unfiltered input makes inner order almost impossible. Choose one thing today to reduce. One source of noise, one unnecessary habit, one doorway through which confusion keeps entering. That is enough to begin. If you're finding value in these habits, subscribe and leave a comment telling me which one speaks to you most. Then stay with me, because what comes next may be one of the most misunderstood and powerful practices in all of Stoicism. Think for a moment about how much time you spend consuming what never strengthens you. How many hours have disappeared into meaningless content? How much mental energy have you surrendered to headlines, outrage, comparison, and distraction? Now imagine what that same attention could become if it were reclaimed. You could read something substantial. You could learn a difficult truth. You could build something useful. You could give your mind back to your own life. This is why protecting your inputs is not a small habit. It is an act of self-respect. Because a mind left unguarded rarely stays free for very long. And a life filled with noise rarely leaves room for wisdom. So guard the gate, protect the first hour. Choose carefully what enters. Your peace depends on it, your focus depends on it, and more than that, the kind of person you become depends on it. Habit 4. Practice negative visualization and premeditation of evils. Most people spend their lives trying not to think about loss. They avoid it, postpone it, silence it. They speak as if everything they love will remain exactly as it is. Their health, their relationships, their comfort, their position, their freedom. But life has never made such a promise. And the Stoics were wise enough not to demand one. They practiced what is called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity, a deliberate practice of imagining what could be lost, what could change, what could go wrong, not to become afraid, but to become ready. At first, this sounds severe, even pessimistic, but it is neither. It is an act of honesty, because pretending that loss is impossible does not make you peaceful. It makes you fragile. The person who never thinks about difficulty is often shattered by it. The person who has quietly prepared for difficulty can meet it with more steadiness. Seneca understood this well. He wrote that by rehearsing hardship in the mind, we reduce its power to terrify us. We stop treating adversity as an unimaginable insult. We begin to see it as part of life, and when something is accepted as part of life, it loses some of its power to unmake us. Negative visualization is not the practice of living in fear. It is the practice of removing illusion. It reminds you that what you love is precious precisely because it is not guaranteed. That the ordinary day is not ordinary at all. That the people at your table, the strength in your body, the freedom in your movement, the roof above you, the voice of someone you love, all of it is temporary. And when you remember that, gratitude deepens, presence deepens, love becomes less careless. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that everything external could be taken away. Not because he wanted to live in sadness, but because he wanted to live in reality. He wanted to enjoy what was here without clinging to it as if it were permanent. That is the wisdom of this habit. It trains the mind to appreciate deeply without depending blindly. It builds resilience and gratitude at the same time. Here is how it looks in practice. Take a few quiet minutes and imagine, not wildly but soberly, that something you now take for granted is no longer there. A morning where your health does not support you. A home where someone you love is absent. A future where comfort disappears and certainty goes with it. Do not rush through the image. Stay with it just long enough to feel its weight. Then return to the present moment and see what changes. Usually, one thing changes first. You stop overlooking what is already in your hands. You breathe differently. You notice more. You become less entitled and more grateful. You become less shocked by uncertainty and more prepared to meet it. That is why this practice matters. It does not make you weaker. It makes you steadier. It does not make you anxious. It makes you less naive. It does not steal joy. It teaches you how to hold joy more reverently, because you finally remember it will not last forever. And strangely, that remembrance makes the present more alive. This is the wisdom of the Stoics. Think for a moment about what you so easily assume will always remain. Your health, your relationships, your freedom, your opportunities, the ordinary blessings of an ordinary day. Now imagine losing one of them. Not to frighten yourself, not to become dark, not to sink into despair, but to see clearly what you have been carelessly calling normal. This exercise is not about fear. It is about gratitude. It is about appreciation. It is about preparation. When you practice negative visualization, you are not becoming more pessimistic. You are becoming more awake, more realistic, more prepared. You are building mental steadiness for whatever comes. That is the power of this practice. That is the wisdom of the Stoics. Habit 5. Take deliberate action and own your choices. Stoic philosophy teaches that while many things remain beyond your control, your actions, your choices, and your responses still belong to you. And that changes everything. Because your life is not shaped only by what happens. It is shaped by how you meet what happens, by what you choose in response, by whether you live according to impulse or according to principle. Taking deliberate action means making conscious choices rather than reacting without thought. It means refusing to drift, refusing to live on autopilot, refusing to let mood, comfort, fear, or pressure decide the direction of your life. This habit is about reclaiming agency, not over the world, but over yourself, not over every outcome, but over your conduct, not over external events, but over the one place where freedom still lives, your will. Before you act, pause and ask, is this action aligned with my values? Is this moving me toward the person I want to become? Or am I simply reacting to the moment? Those questions matter, because most of the time, people are not choosing, They are reacting. They see something, they feel something, they do something without thinking, without examining, without deciding who they want to be in that moment. That is why so many lives feel scattered, because scattered choices create scattered lives. This habit is your blueprint for living with intention rather than drifting through your days. Marcus Aurelius wrote about acting with purpose and not being swept away by the current of life. He understood that life will always try to carry you toward distraction, toward resentment, toward laziness, toward convenience, toward whatever is easiest in the moment. But you do not have to be carried. You can choose your direction. You can choose your standard. You can choose the kind of person you will be. Each choice you make is a vote for the person you want to become. Every action is a statement about who you are. Not someday. Now. Not in theory. In practice. That is why small choices matter. How you speak when irritated. How you behave when tired. How you act when no one is watching. How you respond when comfort tempts you to betray your discipline. Character is not built only in dramatic moments. It is built in repeated ordinary ones. In the small decisions most people excuse. In the moments that seem forgettable but quietly shape who you become. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control external events, we can always control how we respond. That is not a decorative idea. That is the foundation of inner freedom. Epictetus himself was born a slave. He had no control over many external circumstances, and yet he discovered something greater than circumstance: freedom within. Freedom to choose his attitude, freedom to choose his conduct, freedom to choose what kind of man he would be, even under pressure. That is Stoicism. Not control over the world, but command over yourself. Not freedom from difficulty, but freedom within difficulty. Not power over other people, but power over your own responses. That is real strength. That is real agency. Deliberate action means you stop asking only, "What do I feel like doing right now?" and begin asking, "What is the right thing to do now?" Not the easiest thing, not the most comfortable thing, not the most convenient thing, the right thing, the honest thing, the disciplined thing, the thing that leaves your character stronger after it is done. When you do not choose, life chooses for you. Circumstances choose for you. Habits choose for you. Other people's urgency chooses for you. Your impulses choose for you, and slowly you become a passenger in your own life. You move, you react, you function, but you do not truly lead yourself. That is what this habit corrects. When you practice deliberate action, everything changes. You become less reactive, less easily pulled, less likely to surrender to every passing emotion. You become more grounded, more trustworthy to yourself, more capable of self-respect, more able to create a life that reflects your values instead of merely reflecting your moods. So start simply. Before you act, pause. Before you speak, think. Before you respond, choose. Make one action deliberate today, one conversation more conscious, one response more disciplined, one decision more aligned with who you want to become. That is enough to begin transforming the direction of your life. Because real change does not happen only through grand declarations. It happens one choice at a time, one action at a time, one moment at a time. That is the power of deliberate action. That is the power of conscious choice. That is the power of refusing to abandon yourself in small moments. So here we are. 5 habits, 5 powerful practices, 5 ways to begin reshaping your life from the inside out. Wake up at dawn and own the morning. Practice daily reflection and self-examination. Control your inputs and protect your mind. Practice negative visualization and prepare for adversity. Take deliberate action and own your choices. These are not just ideas. They are not just concepts. They are tools. Tools for transformation. Tools for mastery. Tools for freedom. They are not quick fixes. They are not empty motivation. They are disciplines, a way of living, a way of returning to what is strongest within you. Marcus Aurelius said, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That is the thread running through everything we explored. Your power is not in controlling every event. It is in how you rise, how you reflect, how you guard your attention, how you prepare for loss, how you choose to act. That is where strength lives. That is where freedom begins. That is where a life of intention becomes possible. You cannot go back to sleepwalking. You cannot unsee what you have learned. If you want to be truly present in your own life, you must commit to these practices daily. Transformation does not happen overnight, but it does begin with the first step, the first habit, the first honest choice. The first day you stop waiting for a different life and start building one. So start today. Commit to one habit. Not all 5 at once, just one. Practice it daily. Let it change the way you think, the way you choose, and the way you move through the world. Then add another, then another. That is how a life changes, not through magic, not through luck, but through deliberate practice, through daily commitment, through small, consistent actions. And when the next dawn comes, as it always will, you will have another chance to meet it differently. The same sunrise, the same world, but not necessarily the same person. That is the invitation. That is the work. That is the path. If this message resonated with you, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom every single week, and drop a comment with the habit you are committing to first. But more important than any comment, more important than any intention, begin. Begin today. Begin quietly. Begin honestly. And let your life answer the rest.